the first thing that I like to split test on the landing page has the most leverage, and it's the headline, which is this big piece of text up here. Now, the reason why this has arguably the most leverage is because it's the first thing that people's eyes are drawn to. The further down the page you go, the less impact something has, right? For example, very uncommon, but not never, uncommon for someone to scroll all the way down to read about me and that be the deciding factor. And so the stuff that's higher up the page has the most impact. Because let's say, for example, this is your landing page and this is like the fold here. Further down the page you go, like 100% of people are going to be reading the headline. Maybe only 5% of people will reach the bottom of the page. And so this short sentence has the most impact. Now, there's a number of different ways you can write headlines, and there's a number of different ways we teach them in the With You program. But my favorite way to write a headline is a combination of a feeling plus a result. Now, result could also be outcome, feeling could also be emotion, right? And so what you want to do is this 3-step process where you go, all right, what's the thing that I do? And you can think of things like features as well. What's the result, or what's the tangible outcome that people will receive if they use that thing or that feature correctly? If they experience that result or that outcome, what kind of feelings or emotions will be evoked? Now, in my experience, the thing that I like to split test and experiment with the headline is actually the result and the outcome. Let's say it's a content agency. So the thing they do is content. Well, the outcome, often when I ask these like brand or like content agencies, what's the outcome that they have? They'll say something like build brand will be the most common thing. And then the feeling or the emotion might be like less stress, but let's not worry about that for now. What I'll do is to split test a new headline. Let's say, for example, build brand is converting at like 2%. Right? What I'll do is I'll get them to chase that result or that outcome downstream and think about second or third order consequences. So the question you ask is, then what? Right? So if I build brand, then what happens? Well, I could attract more customers. So, all right, cool. Then what happens? And you kind of just ask like a curious child. Like, if I attract more customers, then what happens? It's like, well, if you chase it enough, you go revenue/business grows. And you do this a couple of times, and basically what you do is you chase outcomes downstream, and you go, well, which of these second or third order consequences is more compelling? And one would argue that business growth, revenue growth, is significantly more compelling than just the idea of building brand. And so what I would get them to do is rewrite the headline. I'd keep like less stress there, but find a way to combine that with the idea of growing the business. And so that the outcome and the result that's communicated in the headline is more compelling, and as a result, often doubles, sometimes triples the conversion rate of the landing page.